Good afternoon, everybody. Anthony Aniano here from RotoBaller Radio and rotoballer.com with your fantasy baseball waiver wire for week 14 of your fantasy baseball season. The week beginning Monday, June 23rd. Now, as always, recording this a few days early, recording it on Thursday, June 20th. So over the course of the next couple of things, numbers can change, stats can change. Unfortunately, injuries can occur, promotions, demotions. We use Yahoo roster percentages here, keeping it to players available in 50% or more of their Yahoo leagues. And we'll start on the hitters side of things. A couple of hitters to be mindful of. First up, Cincinnati Reds, number 2 overall prospect. According to Fangraphs, the number 57 prospect in all of baseball, Novi Marte. I may have mispronounced the first name. I do apologize. Marte coming off an 80-game suspension. He was supposed to be the starting third baseman for the Reds since opening day. He's doing a rehab assignment, not a rehab, almost like a spring training assignment, I guess you could say, as we speak, down in the minors. He's due to return to the majors on Thursday, June 27th. This will be the last time you could probably add him. In Yahoo formats, he's available in 75% of leagues. He's rostered only 25% of them. Deeper leagues, he may already be on rosters. Okay, in 2023 at the major league level for the Cincinnati Reds, he hit .316 with a .366 on base percentage, 3 homers, 15 RBIs, 6 stolen bases, and an OPS of .822 in 35 games at the major league level. In 89 games between AA and AAA, he hit about .280 with about a .360 on base percentage, a combined 11 home runs, 45 RBIs, and 18 stolen bases. He possesses the ability to run and hit for power. Now the question becomes, was this PED enhanced? We won't know for sure, but nonetheless, this is still a super talent. Like we said, overall 57th ranked talent prospect in all of Major League Baseball according to Fangraphs. Reds number 2 guy. He'll be back next week. Expect him to be in that Reds starting lineup. At number 2, Bo Bichette hit the DL for the Toronto Blue Jays, and they thought the rookie Martinez, who got promoted, would get the starts. It hasn't happened through the first 2 games. He sat on the bench. Spencer Horwitz has been playing second base. Isaiah Kiner Falefa has been playing short, putting Spencer Horwitz as a player to add in leagues. First base, second base eligible on Yahoo makes him corner and middle infield eligible as well. He's available in 95% of leagues, so there's your deep dive player of the week. Only 5% rostered. At AAA before his promotion, he was hitting .335 with a .456 on base percentage. Since getting promoted to the major leagues over the last 2 weeks, he's hitting .353 with a .450 on base percentage. He's a player who gets on base, hits for a high average. No homers yet at the major league level, but did have 4 down at AAA this year with 38 RBIs and 41 runs scored with 3 stolen bases. Has a little bit of pop, a little bit of speed, terrific batting average on base profile. His OPS at AAA was .970. His OPS at the major league level this year is .862. It's the highest OPS of any of the players I'm mentioning here today. Doesn't strike out a lot, 12.5% this year at the big league level, and about just under 16% in the minors. Blue Jays like him so much, they love his on-base approach that he's currently batting leadoff for the Toronto Blue Jays. At number 3, and this one surprised me. I didn't think I'd talk about him, so don't hit me up with Anthony. I can't believe you mentioned him. He's rostered in all my leagues. I get it, he might very well be, but on Yahoo, he's only 34% rostered, making him 66% available, and that's Dodgers center fielder Andy Pages. People pronounce it Pages. Nonetheless, on the season right now, he's hitting .266, 8 home runs, 21 RBIs, 35 runs scored with a stolen base, a .320 on base percentage. That's for the season. Similar numbers over the last 14 days, .277, 2 homers, 10 runs scored. He's a mainstay in the Dodgers lineup. He's been hot and cold, and that's what I'm wondering. Did he hit a cold stretch and then get dropped in leagues? Right now, .277 plays when the league average is below .240. OPS of .750, strikes out about 28% of the time. But when you're hitting 5th or 6th in that Dodger lineup, and now with Mookie Betts out, just the path to playing time is not going anywhere. The rookie Andy Pages, for those who want to mispronounce, that one I can pronounce correctly, is just too widely available in Yahoo formats. At number 4, if you need catcher or corner infield first base help, take a look at Oakland for Tyler Soderstrom. 41% rostered, available in 59% of formats. 2020 first round pick. I think he was like 26th overall. He's only 22 years old. Last season at the major league level, he had 245 with 7 homers and 21 home runs last season at the AAA level. Now, this season on the year, 239, 5 home runs, 13 RBIs, 9 runs scored, 340 on base percentage. But he's swinging a hot bat over the last 14 days, hitting 304 with 4 of his 5 home runs, 8 of his 13 RBIs, and right now the Oakland Athletics have him hitting in the middle of their lineup, 4th or 5th. They released J.D. Davis. Tyler Soderstrom will be playing first base for the A's and does have catcher eligibility for the remainder of the season. Now, he strikes out a lot, 31% of the time, but he does have an OPS of 785. And finally, with the injury to Anthony Rizzo of the New York Yankees, it gives the rookie Ben Rice an opportunity to play first base. Now, depending on your format, he may momentarily only have catcher eligibility, but first base eligibility will come soon enough. 19% rostered makes him 81% available. This season, he hit 261 at AA, got promoted to AAA and hit 333. He had a 380 on base percentage at AA, a 440 on base percentage at AAA. His OPS at the AAA level was over 1,000, 1.059. Strikes out about 20% of the time in the minors, and right now in a short stint right now in the Major League, the same number, 20%. Between AA and AAA, he hit 15 home runs, 36 RBIs, even stole 9 bases, and had 45 runs scored. In his short cup of coffee at the Major League level, he is hitting 286, and the Yankees have immediately thrown him into the 6th or 7th spot in their lineup. So Ben Rice, 5th on my list of hitters, somebody to be mindful of in deeper formats. Now, if you need pitching, it's a nice week to need pitching. My number 1 pitcher ad of the week, Spencer Schwellenbach of the Atlanta Braves. Team's number 2 overall prospect, the number 70 overall prospect in Major League Baseball. At AA this year, before getting promoted, in 13 innings pitched, he had an ERA of 0.0 and was striking out just about 11.8 batters per 9 innings. Got promoted, struggled early on the season, 19 strikeouts, 21 2/3 innings, and a 4.98 ERA with a 1.20 whip. However, in his last 2 starts, 12 innings, 10 strikeouts, 7.5 Ks per 9, his ERA is 2.25, and his whip is 0.92. So I love what he's done over those last 12 innings. Continue to watch him progress. With Spencer Strider out for the season, they gave Waldrip a shot. He's now on the injured list. Schwellenbach has a path to continue getting starts for the Atlanta Braves. Batting average against on the season at the Major League level is only 229. He's got 2-start week next week, and I don't mind the matchups. Monday, June 24th, scheduled against the St. Louis Cardinals, and Saturday, the 29th of June, against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Up second, Tobias Myers of the Milwaukee Brewers, 28. Schwellenbach, 11% rostered, available in 89% of leagues. Now, Tobias Myers of the Milwaukee Brewers, 28% rostered, available in about 72% of Yahoo formats. On the season, 42 strikeouts and 47 innings pitched, with an ERA of 3.26 and a whip of 1.13. He's been flat out dominant, though, over his last 3 starts, 20 1/3 innings, 15 strikeouts, only 6.64 Ks per 9 over those 20 1/3. It is over 8 strikeouts per 9 on the season. However, over those 20 1/3 innings, an ERA of 0.44, a whip of 0.69. He's got 3 wins in those last 3 starts and 4 wins on the season. Batting average against on the season is more than playable, 216. Now, he starts Sunday the 23rd against the San Diego Padres. I've already added him in the SiriusXM Dynasty League and have him in my lineup. Next week, if you add him, his next start is June 29th against the Chicago Cubs. And finally, my third starting pitcher to consider is Jonathan Cannon of the Chicago White Sox. 5% roster. Now, be mindful and monitor the White Sox pitching situation over the next couple of days. There is a chance Mike Clevinger returns to the rotation, and the White Sox will have a decision to make with Jonathan Cannon. He could end up back in the bullpen. If he doesn't, and it's a tough move to make, in my opinion, the way he's pitched. Jonathan Cannon, over his last 3 starts over the last 14 days, 15 strikeouts in 18 and 2/3 innings with an ERA of 0.48 and a whip of 0.86. He's got one win over those last 3 starts. On the season now, 28 strikeouts in 32 and a third, 7.8 Ks per 9 innings, and a respectable 3.34 ERA and a 1.24 whip. Going to be interesting to see what the White Sox do with the veteran coming back and where Jonathan Cannon ends up slotting in their rotation or bullpen. And then finally, if you're in need of saves, Chad Green, according to Blue Jays manager Schneider, he is going to be the closer now with both Jordan Romano and Yimi Garcia out on the injured list. Chad Green is 30% rostered in Yahoo, 70% available. Over the last 2 weeks, 4 strikeouts in 3 and 2/3. It's 9.8 Ks per 9. ERA of 2.45 and a whip of 0.82. He has not had a save over those last 2 weeks or since John Schneider has named him the Blue Jays' temporary closer. On this season, 13 strikeouts in 15 and 2/3 innings with a 1.72 ERA and a whip of 0.89. Batting average against for Chad Green is 189, so he's been fantastic this season for the Blue Jays. He's had success in the past with the Yankees, we know that as well. 1 win and 2 saves already on the season for the Blue Jays' new closer. So to recap, my Week 14 waiver wire hitters are number 1, Noelvi Marte of the Cincinnati Reds. Number 2, Spencer Horwitz, Toronto Blue Jays. Andy Pages, Los Angeles Dodgers. Number 4, Tyler Soderstrom of the Oakland Athletics. And number 5, Ben Rice of the New York Yankees. Pitchers to consider for Week 14 of the fantasy baseball season. Number 1, Spencer Schwellenbach, Atlanta Braves. Tobias Myers of the Milwaukee Brewers. Jonathan Cannon of the Chicago White Sox. And number 4, reliever Chad Green of the Toronto Blue Jays. Don't forget, folks, head over to rotoballer.com right now. Sign up for any of our premium passes, whether it's baseball the rest of the way, the upcoming football season, PGA, NASCAR, sports betting, DFS, or season-long formats. RotoBaller has you covered. Use the promotional code ACES. Let them know Anthony sent you. Like and subscribe right here to the RotoBaller YouTube channel. Download the app. It's free. Take advantage of that. And give me a follow on Twitter at @Aniano Fantasy. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time right here on RotoBaller Radio.